Since the full-scale invasion began on February 24, 2022, Ukraine's general staff now claims that Russia has already lost around 1,195,610 soldiers on the battlefield, underscoring the staggering human cost of this prolonged war and the relentless pace of daily fighting. In the most recent 24-hour reporting period alone, Ukrainian officials say Russian forces suffered another 1,090 casualties, highlighting how even a single day of combat is still adding hundreds of new losses to Moscow's already massive toll. According to Ukraine's military, Russian ground forces have seen around 11,433 tanks and some 23,769 armored fighting vehicles destroyed or disabled, showing how heavily Russia's armored spearhead has been worn down over nearly 4 years of war. Ukraine reports that Russia has additionally lost more than 70,721 trucks, vehicles, and fuel tankers, along with about 35,287 artillery systems, eroding Moscow's logistics backbone and its ability to maintain sustained firepower along the front. The same Ukrainian tallies say around 1,575 multiple rocket launchers and roughly 1,263 air defense systems have been taken out, degrading Russia's capacity both to pound Ukrainian positions at range and to shield its own troops from air attack. In the air domain, Ukraine claims that Russia has already lost about 432 combat aircraft, 347 helicopters, and an extraordinary 92,488 drones, reflecting how intensely both sides rely on aviation and unmanned systems in this high-tech conflict. Ukrainian figures further suggest Russia has expended or lost around 4,073 cruise missiles, while also seeing 28 ships and boats and 2 submarines knocked out, signaling that even Moscow's long-range strike and Black Sea naval assets have paid a heavy price. Analysts at the Center for Strategic and International Studies have estimated that by around mid-2025, Ukraine's armed forces had suffered roughly 400,000 total casualties, combining both those killed in action and those wounded or incapacitated. Within that broader toll, the same XIS study suggests Ukrainian military deaths likely fall somewhere between 60,000 and 100,000 soldiers, indicating that the fatality share of Kyiv's losses is significant but still smaller than the overall number of wounded. In a rare public disclosure in February 2025, President Volodymyr Zelensky stated that more than 46,000 Ukrainian soldiers had been killed, offering one of the clearest official glimpses so far into the human cost borne by Ukraine's defenders. Zelensky also said that approximately 380,000 Ukrainian service members have been wounded since the invasion began, though he noted that many of those injured have recovered and returned to duty after treatment and rehabilitation. Despite these losses, Vladimir Putin has claimed that around 700,000 Russian soldiers are currently stationed in the Ukrainian combat zone, underscoring Russia's ability to keep deploying fresh manpower to sustain its offensive operations. Speaking at his annual press conference on December 19, Putin stressed that most of these deployed troops are quite young, including many born in the 1990s, raising fears inside Russia about a potential lost generation shaped by this war. Ukraine's military intelligence service has echoed those figures, saying on September 5 that Russia had roughly 700,000 troops committed to the war in Ukraine, a number that includes not only frontline units but also various support and special formations. This assessment was publicly described by Ukrainian intelligence representative Andriy Yusov, who detailed the scale of Russia's deployment in an interview with the Ukrainian outlet Noviny Liv, reinforcing Kyiv's warnings about Moscow's deep manpower reserves.